This is more or less the question, right? Putting aside his personality and sick memes, is Elon Musk helping the world?
You see someone like Elon Musk, I mean, what the hell do you make of someone like that? You know, I mean, what did he do? He made an electric car, which is basically impossible, and it works, which is basically impossible.
Well, let's start with the most obvious accomplishments of Elon. He is, after all, the pioneer of commercial electric cars. I mean, if you don't count the Chrysler Tivan, Ford Ranger EV, GM EV1, Honda EV Plus, Nissan Ultra EV, and Toyota RAV4 EV that all came out in the 90s before getting discontinued. But hey, he did have the first lithium-ion powered highway legal car, a $100,000 sports vehicle designed for rich wads. But not the first mass-produced and affordable highway legal electric. That's actually the Mitsubishi i-Me EV, which came out just a year after. So yeah, okay, not the pioneer, and a bunch of companies were already pursuing electric cars. So let's just scratch that out. But he did found Tesla. Wait, no, he didn't do that. That was engineers Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning. But he gave them money, and then they made him a founder, and helped design the aforementioned Roadster. And by help, I mean he suggested they use carbon fiber on the body panels, which is pretty neat, I think. To be fair, I'm probably being reductive about Musk's role within the company, and I'm sure he was an important part, and we should give him that. Probably. But also, no? See, Musk himself only has his name on 3 patents. The first being the design for a car door, the second being the design for the body of a car, and the third and most interesting being the design for Tesla's charging port. Why that's interesting is, as this blog points out, it's not like such large cable ports didn't already exist. Also, his patent is just on the connecting point, and not the cable or really the tech, just the shape and locking mechanism of the charging port, which, to speculate, seems like it might have to do with the fact that you can't charge any electric vehicle at a Tesla station, just Tesla cars, unless you find an adapter. And one of the things Musk definitely did early in Tesla production is push for as many charging stations as they could make, charging stations being one of the biggest missing components for America's switch to electric. Meaning that one of the reasons their cars sell so much is because their charging stations account for about 40% of the stations in the US. But hey, if you're nice, he might let your company use his charges in a low-key capacity. So yeah, potentially solar-powered charging stations that are free and available are very good. Electric cars are good. It's good that Elon Musk's company makes electric cars. But it's easy to imagine that Elon Musk is less concerned with switching America to electric cars so much as he wants to switch America to his electric cars, even if that screws over other, more affordable electric car companies. And that's still okay-ish. It's capitalism, and we love that, don't we, folks? But it also plays into a central theme that not enough people seem to understand about Elon Musk. That he is, in fact, a rich guy who wants to continue to be rich. Possibly more than that, he wants to change the world. But soft pitch, if you want everyone to have an electric car and are a billionaire, develop a cheap way to convert people's existing gas-powered cars into electric vehicles, and then let them all use your charging stations. But essentially, he's just another CEO trying to dominate an industry, not your friend. Especially if you are, his employee. Specifically, an employee that wants to unionize, or God forbid, talk to the press. That's the story of a Tesla whistleblower who Elon Musk made a mission to destroy the life of by suing for $160 million before having his people call in a fake spree shooting threat in the employee's name. He then accused the reporter who covered the initial story of taking bribes for Tesla short sellers. He then continued to harass this reporter, setting an army of nerds on her before trying to get her fired based on absolutely no evidence, because cancel culture, am I right, folks? Because yeah, rich people gotta protect that money. Everything's memes and jokes until unions are mentioned. Like Amazon and many other tech companies, Tesla has been really good at squashing down anyone who even utters the word union. This includes, but isn't limited to, illegally firing Richard Ortiz for union organizing, as well as threatening to pull stock options of employees who followed along. The National Labor Relations Board would go on to identify 12 violations of US labor laws, including a series of anti-union tweets that Musk made. And boy, Unions would be swell for them. Considering how in 2017 Tesla was reporting an extremely high number of injured employees who were at the time complaining about long work hours and hard physical labor. According to one employee, people would collapse on the line and others would be told to just start working around them. Because for all the cool tech futuristic promises, it's still just a factory, and you need to treat your factory workers like humans? And when this made the news, Elon Musk promised to personally meet with every injured worker and then go down to the factory and do their job to better empathize. And that's really cool. Had he actually done that, which according to his employees, he did not actually do. Also, going down and performing someone's job for an hour doesn't actually give you an idea of what it's like to do it all day, and the way Musk treats his employees hasn't gotten better since then. In 2020, employees are still talking about long and grueling hours, not to mention how hard he went to war over keeping his factories open during the pandemic, resulting in hundreds of cases of COVID, which were unavoidable by his employees lest they be fired for not coming in. Incidentally, hundreds of COVID cases at one company sure seems like the opposite of his prediction that there would be next to 0 new cases in the entire United States by the end of April 2020. Like, extremely the opposite of that. In other words, maybe let's not have him on Rick and Morty episodes, Maybe don't hype up the tech equivalent of a Dickensian coal magnate, even if he's like that meme guy. Don't put him on SNL. You don't see Bill Gates on SNL. I mean, except for when he painfully edits himself into sketches.
49th floor. Oh no, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And Christmas pumpkins is
His own thing.
And the snowmen are
part of it.
Any questions?
We didn't have to show that clip, and certainly that much of it, but we did. Hey, thanks for watching that clip. Here's the evergreen end plate to ask you to like and subscribe. It's any day of the year where you are.